Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. We want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. We also want to give honors to those men who preach and teach the likewise doctrine. No compromises, not mixing it to fix it. It's your brother Batakallah Yahweh from the GMS camp here in Chicago, and I'm here with the brother
Ramakia.
And today we're going to talk about staying down, man, and having faith. Because, you know, we coming up on some real tough times that's coming here, man. And you're really going to have to be grounded in how you in your belief more than anything, because it's going to be a lot of things that that Esau is going to come, and he's going to actually be showing you things in front of your face, man. And you got to be able to have faith in the things that you can't see that will happen. All right. I'm going to start off with this precept in the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Okay? Now, as you can see, faith is the key and the key aspect. But I'm going to go to this next precept real quick, because it's a way that you carry this faith out, man. And it's not just with belief. All right, faith is a two-step process. First, you have the belief, and then this is what you got to have behind that belief for your faith to be rewarded. This is the book of James, chapter 2, and verse 14. For what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding you give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. All right, and that's where a lot of you jakes, man, you go wrong and you lose your faith and you don't believe in the Most High, because you think that it's just a one-step process and all you got to do is believe to achieve. And that's not the case, man. You got to believe, and then it's some actions that come behind that to get to the achievement, man. You got to stay down till you come up. You can't just think that you know the name of the Lord and you believe in the Lord and now you just gonna come up for free. Yahweh Shai didn't come up for free, man. He had to do a lot of work and had to do a lot of suffering to get to where he at right now. You got something, bro?
What'd you just read, James 2?
Yeah.
You got something, go ahead.
All right, come. And see, the works are so important because you don't know when your opportunity to get blessed is going to come. And more importantly than that, you don't know when the Lord is going to come back and give the ultimate blessing to those who have been working and staying faithful. All right, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. I'm going to start at 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay? And watching and understanding when that day is coming through the signs that are given in the scriptures is a part of your works, man. Because when we're making these videos, where do you think we get the topics for these videos? Not just from our daily lives and our daily struggles, and not just from reading the scriptures, but also from reading the scriptures and then filtering what's happening in society through the scriptures to let, you know, the street know what's coming and around when it's coming. But see, we at the point now where we around when it's coming now. It really ain't, you know what I'm saying? You don't really need to know or need too many more warnings to understand where we at if you've been paying attention. And that's why the work is and staying down is so important, and is an important part of having your faith, because you don't want to be found not working when the Lord comes back for him to tell you that he don't know you.
Right. I'm gonna get this in 2 Ezra 9. Because it say you're not gonna be able to be saved at all without the works. It talks about it. Let's see. You can grab it from, I think it's like 2nd Ezra 9.
Towards the top or
It's like, it goes like saved by his works. Just read, I think it's like 7 or 8. Because the works that we're doing, that's what's gonna get us saved. Because you got a lot of people that know they're Israelites, but they're not going out to feed the sheep.
Yep, it's 7. This is go ahead, bro.
Which basically means that, because the Lord said himself, he said, if you love me, you have to feed the sheep. And that's a part of your works. Also, part of your works is becoming a new creature. All this stuff, everything culminated, all right, is why he gave us the truth.
That's right.
And that's all goes into our works. All right,
right.
Not just teaching. You have to practice what you teach as well as all your works, the fruits.
That's right.
You know, you got it, bro.
And real quick before I read this, man, because what the brother said is very profound. And see, this is what's so beautiful about this whole situation. And me and the brother Murph go into this a lot, is that you have to do all of this work, and all of this work is required of you. But at the end of the day, you or your works producing things, and of course, the Lord is going to bless, and Lord willing, the works that you do will help other individuals and wake other individuals up. But as long as you stay down and you continue to grind at the millstone and you continue to work, whether other people are saved or not is irrelevant when it comes to your salvation. You still are going to get paid for doing what you're doing. This is not a free job that you're doing.
It say work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
That's right.
So we're all at the job, at the plant.
That's right.
Getting our own checks.
That's right. And your check is not contingent on whether some bullhead nigga want to listen or not.
Right.
You just gotta make sure that you giving the message out to keep your hands clean. But I'm gonna get the precept now. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, where but ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall be my salvation in my land. Or Salakia, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Right, so we're going to be saved by our works. What's showing your works? Going out there and teaching when it's cold outside, when it's freezing, when it's raining. A lot of Israelites in these last days, the brother Natazaki was just sending me, a lot of Jake know they're Israel, but they're not going out and teaching nothing.
That's right.
They're not going out and doing the work. The Lord said, do the work. You're not putting on no videos. You're not doing nothing.
Hey, man.
Now,
it's like it, bro. It's like it, my bad.
Now, if I might say, because, now some of us might not be teachers and prophets, but are you helping the prophets and the teachers? Are people not even doing that? They just doing their own thing. And that's not a part of what the Lord spoke on concerning your works. Your works have to be, approved by the Most High for you to even get salvation out of here, man.
That's right.
And you're not going to get approval by sitting at home on the keyboard or going around town with fringes on your shirt, fringes on your jacket. You haven't became the complete new creature. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, the Lord is looking at all your works after acknowledging this truth.
Hey man, and a lot of you everyday fringe wearing niggas, the Lord gonna smite you niggas, man, for not doing what you're supposed to do. And it's beautiful that the brother said what he said, man, because me and other brothers have had this conversation before. And once again, a conversation that I had with the brother Murph, because I got a cousin that he knows as well. He met him, and I had, I was telling him about how I tried to tell my cousin about the truth and all of that. And as I've progressed in the truth, I don't deal with him less and less. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to call him every day and chop it with him every day. This dude was really like my brother in the world, man. But the more that you in this truth, you start feeling some kind of way. Cause see, when I first heard about this, man, I felt cut because I wasn't coming outside.
Right.
Go ahead, my bad.
If I might say that's the feeling you should get. If you ain't getting that feeling, that's the same feeling I got. I gotta go out and teach this.
Yeah.
I gotta be on the other side of the line. I gotta earn my check. I gotta put in my hours at work. That's how you supposed to feel. If you ain't feeling that, you ain't in the right spirit, man.
And it's not to toot our own horn or say that we this or we that, because me personally, Lord willing, I'll be saved and can make it, man. I done a lot of things against the law and done some things that's unto death when I was in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say that we better than anybody, but as this second Esdras 9 and 8 say at the end, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. A lot of you niggas don't have that feeling or that obligation where you feel like you gotta go out and do it because the Lord he ain't chose you niggas, man.
Right.
And that it being a non-chosen Jake walking around with fringes on and doing all of this outward, I'm an outward Israelite shit, that shit is gonna get you smoked out here, man.
It's gonna get you left.
And the Lord is not gonna have no mercy when it comes to that, because you not only are you done heard the men of the Lord talking, you decided you wasn't gonna go outside, but instead of going outside, you want to do all of this outward Israelite shit, man.
Yeah, cause you hiding your talents in a napkin. If you can get that,
that's right.
You hiding your talents, man. There's a lot of Jakes that understand this truth. And then some of the Jakes that know the truth, they actually be saying stuff that makes sense through the spirit.
And it's a lot
in the spirit.
And it's a lot of niggas that's famous too, Salakia, my bad. It's a lot of niggas that's even high, and fuck these famous niggas. It's not to say that we looking up to these niggas or anything like that, but all of these niggas that's famous know about it and they don't say shit because they getting paid not to. All of these niggas that's like this brother said, that's educated, that could really reach to individuals, people that people would believe more than certain people who don't have a quote-unquote status in this society. They don't want to do it. But, you know, the Lord said that he was coming for people that was on the bottom. He was coming for people that wasn't taken serious to show his glory, so it makes sense. But like the brother said, man, a lot of you niggas, man, you sitting on the sideline and you really got something that you can offer to the Lord, man.
Right.
And you got to really evaluate yourself, because if you don't, before I approached and walked up on the brothers, every time you watching a video and you see them out there doing the work, man, you supposed to feel some kind of way. And really the only reason that I didn't go and start trying to do it by myself is because I didn't want to go out and start sending Jake off.
Right.
But even then, it got to the point where, like, if I wouldn't have found the brothers, I'd have just had to go and do it, man. Because that's how I felt about that. But Salakia for cutting you off.
No, you good. But
this is hold on, this is the English style. I need this shit in KJV.
Yeah, man, but even then, you got a lot of Israelites that know they Israel, that are not celebrities, that still be hot. They got the spirit on them. They be in the spirit, but do not go out there and teach. You should be out there teaching if you have that spirit. That shows your works, you know. You want to be you because ultimately you're not gonna be saved by nothing but your works, and you niggas don't have nothing stacked up in heaven.
That's
none.
Right. That's right. Being
on the scriptures and putting scriptures on the comment boards, yeah, that's beautiful. But are you teaching? Are you gaining fruit? Are you doing any of that? Are you what? We don't even know what you're doing outside of this. You know, because you haven't made that step to go out to a camp. And real quick before I read this precept, it ain't just about going to a camp. Certain of these niggas is teaching lies. Certain of these niggas is not going out when the weather don't. I'm talking about Great Millstone. Yeah, and I'm sure that it's other organizations that may be doing it properly. Yeah, of course. But I mean, we the men of GMS, and so that's what we going to speak on. But if Jake not coming across the board the way that the scriptures say that you need to come, you'd be better off going out there by yourself and doing your thing, man, because you're going to end up falling into a ditch following behind these goofy ass niggas that want to worship the woman, that want to get 501c3 charters. You got niggas talking about adultery in the middle of a so-called class live stream. Don't nobody correct them because that shit is cool and because all them niggas are adulterous. All right, you got niggas telling you to take that thing and get validated. You got all type of shit going on out here, so you really need to be cautious on the certain individuals that you decide you're gonna follow behind and go camp with as well. But right, that goes back to ultimately go push the doctrine, the correct doctrine, 100%. You don't like the brother said, it's not about a camp. These niggas not even going out by themselves to teach. If you know the truth, you go outside by yourself and teach for an hour. Especially if you want. That shows your works. Especially if you one of these niggas that's been watching the videos for over a year, then you understand what the doctrine is by this time. At least you should. And if you don't, the men of GMS in particular are very good about answering questions that are sincere on the comment board to make sure you get it together. Right. All right. Exactly. No excuse. So it ain't no excuses. But we're gonna get this precept now. Go ahead, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and I'm gonna start at 14. And it reads, "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man travailing
traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, every man according to his several ability.
Yep.
And straightway took his journey. Then he that received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that received the 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh, and reckoneth with them. And so
the Lord gonna come see what you've been doing.
That's right.
When the Lord come, what'd you do? What did you do what I told you to do?
And it ain't gonna be no come see.
Ain't gonna be no come see. He gonna come see you.
He's watching you doing it now. Ain't no come see.
Right.
Now, for the sake of the story, it say that because it's giving a worldly analogy.
Right.
But when we talking about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right here, when we talking about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, the angels are watching you your every step, and that's to both of us first and foremost. All right, you being his tabs being kept on this motherfucker. What, you think Esau, the Lord will let Esau put cameras everywhere and watch you niggas, and he not watching you niggas, man?
The Lord is watching Esau.
Come on, man.
The Lord see you niggas not going out. The Lord gave you that spirit to understand this truth, to see if you gonna go out and teach it.
That's right.
Or you would be what? Go ahead, brother.
And this verse 20, and he, so like I'm gonna read up to 18 again. So this is verse 18. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. And after a long time the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents come and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, and I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed.
Right, so you know a lot of you niggas know the austerity of the Most High.
That's right.
You understand the severity of the Lord.
That's
you
right.
understand He's a austere man. All right, don't act surprised when He come and then He requires of what you did.
That's right.
Don't be surprised and try to make an excuse. I knew those. If you knew, you would have did something.
That's right.
That's why you have to get out there in the highways and byways, whether it's with a camp that's pushing the right doctrine, or by yourself. You can go out there by yourself.
And if you go out there by yourself in sincerity, the elder brother Yawanna started off like that, where he went out there by himself, and what ended up happening? He ended up finding GMS and became a part of the camp, because the Lord knew his sincerity and gave him that opportunity.
Right.
But see, if he would have never went outside and he'd have never took it upon himself to do what the Lord called him to do, then who knows where he'd be at right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is verse 25. Actually, let me read 24 again. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant.
Yeah, so you'd be considered a wicked person, a wicked servant.
That's right.
Slothful, lazy. Which means that what? You're not gonna have the works required to enter into the kingdom.
That's right.
Only the men that had works are gonna enter it in, according to 2 Ezra 9.
That's right.
And 7.
That's right.
You should be saved by your what? By your works and by the faith which you have believed. Roughly paraphrasing. Otherwise, you're not gonna get up out of here.
Hey, and if you're not out there working, you don't have faith.
Or helping the prophets.
If you're not out there doing something that's pushing the ball forward, you don't have faith.
Right.
Because faith dictates that you gonna do things that don't seem profitable because you can't see the profit right now.
Right.
Now, of course, not to say it like we understand what the profit is going to be, but what I mean by not seeing the profit is it ain't nothing tangible besides the scriptures that's telling you that this is going to come.
Right.
But see, and see on the other side of it, Esau is coming with tangible wickedness. He can put something in your hand if you bend the knee to him and have faith in him. But see, real faith comes when you put in work for something that it's said it's going to happen, but you really got to really believe that it's going to happen to do what you're doing. And it's like that for a reason. But let me start 26 again. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury.
Right. So yeah, you should have put your money out there so it could flip, so you can feed the sheep of the Lord, so you can get fruit.
And see, and
that's the Lord's money. All that stuff He's putting in your mind. It doesn't compare wisdom to what rubies, better than rubies and gold.
Better. That's right.
That's money He putting in your head, and you're not doing nothing with it.
That's right.
You got to
and see, and it goes to tell you earlier in this parable, when He tells both the man with 5 talents and the man with 2 talents that you were faithful over little things, and now you get a reward for that. That's a great thing. So like we said earlier in the lesson, it don't matter if you end up producing this or you end up producing that, or this brother produced double what you produce, or whatever the case may be. What matters is that you went out there and you did the work that you had to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. All these guys did was take the money that they got and doubled it, which is a big feat and a great, if we speaking in allegory, a great display of their faith. But it's individuals that'll take that 5 talents and turn it into 50. That'll take that 2 talents and turn it into 100. But that don't matter. As long as you was doing the work, that's what the reward is for. And see, this guy that had the 1 talent, he wasn't looking at it like that. He was scared to lose the one that he had, and he was probably scared to come back with a smaller amount than what these other cats had, or coming back with just another extra one. And since he was so worried about that, he decided to just play it safe, and he about to get smoked for that. Mm-hmm. Verse 28, take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Mm-hmm. See, this is not something to be playing with, man. Like the brother said, you hearing this truth just once is the same thing as the Lord coming and putting them talents in your hand and expecting you to make some money off of that. And see, one thing too that this story don't say directly, but is communicated in the story if you pay attention, is that the fact that those individuals had faith and went out on a limb to produce off of those talents guaranteed that they was going to bring something back. If that dude with the 1 talent would have just went and put it out there, he wasn't going to lose, because that would be him having faith and works.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Those guys that went out there wasn't worried about failure. It don't say that they considered fucking the money up or nothing like that. Why? Because they knew, I'm gonna just take this money, I'm gonna put it out there, I'm gonna go out on a limb and do it. Mm-hmm. And even though the Lord is austere, He's gonna reward that faith with rewards. And that's the mentality that you gotta have. See, this dude that had the 1, he was defeated from the beginning. The Lord never knew him. That's why he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make anything, man. Man, just do it, man.
Niggas be so worried about what other people think.
My boss gonna see me out there.
Yeah, all kind of shit.
Who gives a damn?
Man, my woman, she an atheist, doc. I don't know if she wanna
break up.
She ain't gonna let me be like this around my kids. She gonna take the kids away. Man, fuck them kids.
That's what comes
man.
with it, shit.
Fuck them kids, man. You gonna get if if you sincerely preside with faith and with works over something small, you're going to get something great in return, man.
Right.
And you niggas need to be thinking like that, and you need to understand that, because the Lord is austere, like this brother said, man. He's not coming back to play around. Just like the scriptures in this parable said, he's not coming back playing with niggas, man. And that's to us first. This ain't no, oh man, now I know, and because I know the Lord loved me type of thing, man. You really need to be, to the best of your ability, doing what you got to do, man. And yes, that includes coming outside, putting your face, because you got certain niggas that'll kick all kind of wild ass shit, and you don't even know what they face look like or nothing. It could be an Edomite with a voice changer on the other side of that, telling you niggas to go off, telling you niggas that Yahweh Shai is irrelevant, and all of this other shit that these niggas be making up, man. It requires all of that, man. See, when they and that's why the Elder Malcolm always says, for those that's risking their lives and making themselves a living sacrifice,
showing their faith,
showing your face, letting these people know that you doing it. And do that mean that you walking up on people in public places and telling them all kind of wild things, or trying to expose people to the truth at the grocery store? No, but that do mean that you're gonna be out on the highways and byways every week, and that you're gonna be making videos as much as possible, preferably every day. But shit happens, we understand. But you got to be putting work out there, man. You can't just know this and not tell nobody. That's like you being an accessory to Esau's crime. Right. Having niggas walking around and they don't know which way is up, and you can tell them which way is up. And whether they listen or not is irrelevant, like the story say.
Because you ain't crying to the Lord. It said, basically the Most High is going to come to them who sigh and cry. Yeah, how we know you sign and crying when you inside your house?
That's right.
Shit, you could be smoking and shit, listening to the brothers. We don't know what people are doing. That's why you got to come out onto the highways and byways and do the work. Whether it's with a camp teaching the right doctrine once again, or by yourself, man. You have to show your works.
That's right.
You have to show what you learn, because the Lord's gonna give you different stuff. He might want to use you. If he can't use you, and you just being a slothful servant, the Lord gonna fuck you up. He's gonna get rid of you.
That's right, man. And the scriptures say that a servant is not better than his master. And you know, of course, Yahweh Shai had a great ministry, and he had disciples and all of that. But it's certain prophets of old that didn't have nobody. They had to go out by themselves. And you not no better than them neither, man.
Yep.
So if you got to go out here and you got to start out by yourself, or even if you end up walking your whole journey by yourself. It's a brother in the Washington D.C. area. I believe the brother's name is Amawan Ibad. He go out there and camp by himself, preaching the straight, direct truth. And it's brothers in GMS that repost his videos, that do live videos with him and all of that. Just to show you that it's not about, oh, if you ain't in this camp or you ain't in that camp. No, man. It's about understanding what the real 100% truth is and going out and preaching that truth.
Right.
And this a man that was in the military and all of that, man. That's and then right. You got these niggas out here like Sakari and shit, don't want to give double honors, want to mix up the doctrine to fix it the way they see fit. See, it's examples out here of everything, man. And you best, you know, it behoove you to follow the proper examples, man. But yeah, that's really all I got. You know, if the brother got something else.
Let me get this real quick. This is Hebrews 6 and 10, and we can close it with this if you want.
Con.
This is Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Which means you have to continuously minister this until the Lord comes back. You know, the Lord is not gonna be, he's not gonna be unfaithful to forget all the labors, all the works, all the things you did, man.
That's right.
For example, by just going out there and, you know, pushing what you understand, what you know, what you've been given according to your several ability, as the scripture says.
That's right.
According to your measure, the Lord's gonna reward you for that. But if you've gotten something and you're not even going out there and laboring or putting any work out, it ain't no reward for you.
That's right.
It only said, the Lord said, let's read it again. Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work. So you have to have work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name. You have to show something towards the Most High's name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister, man. So it's all about the work, man. It's all about what you're putting into this truth after discovering it, man.
That's right.
You know?
Because that's the only way that you can be faithful. Once again, you know, before we close out, if you're not doing no work, if you're not helping the prophets or out here, and even if you helping the prophets, man, if you a help to the prophets, I know that, you know, the brother, of course, he's right. You know, that can be enough. But for me personally, man, that even if I was doing that shit wouldn't be enough, man. I really felt conviction to have to really get up and get out there. And that's why I don't really be trying to be fucking with too many niggas that I tell the truth and them niggas don't feel like they got to do something about it. We cool, but we ain't that cool no more.
Right.
I'm not finna be talking to niggas that's in that stance every day like that. Now, of course, we got to deal with people at our job, and I'm not saying that I don't have acquaintances or so-called friends that's not in the truth, but what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to be breaking daily bread with niggas that ain't trying to put in no work out here, man. Right. Period. So all you niggas that think you got faith and you ain't, and that goes for you niggas that's taking weeks off and taking the winter off too, man. Ain't no paid time off with this shit, man. We in Chicago, it's fucking negative out here, it's windy out here, and motherfuckers gonna be back down and about it every Saturday, right. Lord willing. Okay. Ain't no excuses, man. A lot of you niggas sitting out taking a break. Oh, we'll do it from the house. Nah, bro, that's not how this shit go, man. If you ain't working out here the way that they say you gotta work, then you don't even have real faith. So a lot of you niggas need to really evaluate if you even faithful.
What did it say? It said, examine thyself whether thou be in the faith.
That's right.
Prove thy own self.
That's right.
Know ye not your own selves that you got the spirit because you understand?
That's right.
They'll go out there and teach, you know. Show your works.
But with that being said, man, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
We're going to give all the double honors to the apostles, the elders, as well as the men of Great Millstone and those men who preach and teach the likewise doctrine. No compromises, not mixing it to fix it. We're going to say shalom to all you Akim and few Akwath that may be listening. And, you know, Kwam Yasharala, Abab Abal, Lord willing, we'll be back at you with another video next time. Shalom.
Shalom, Abab Abal.